Alright everyone, it's the Dimensionalists. I'm a Dimensionalist. Welcome back for another episode and teachings within the grand knowledge of everything. I wouldn't term it Ascended Masters, but you can be Ascended Master and accomplish these things. But today my topic is Tulpas and creation of Tulpas. We create Tulpas in our image, or whatever image we conform in our mind and make a being. I've created Tulpas before, fifth dimensional Czech Republic, and dismissed them, and then summoned again in the same instant. Complete white skin, crystalline bodies, red and blue specks, crystals shining in white skin. Tulpas are beings we're created that we can create and solidify, and they can have their own free will. A lot of people think they can't have their own free will. Of course they can have their own free will, but because God created us and we're His creation, so in a sense, not that we're His tulpas, but in a sense we could be considered His tulpas. But you know, since we're on the creation level and we're in the physical plane, we create tulpas here also. I'm gonna post one day the formula behind my 22 letters of Hebrew, sacred name of God, and everything else that I use to conjure up to create fifth dimensional Czech republics. Which I used to call Chestek, but that's a different story for right now. But I'll put the formula up there, and then I will show charts and diagrams and a video of the Gematria, the Sefer Yetzirah, and the creation of a golem, which that's what they call it in from the Hasidic Jews. They use the Sefer Yetzirah. They use the Sefer Yetzirah for a book of creation and how to create a golem, or to create a golem, which I got a book on, by the way. It's awesome. It's amazing knowledge. A lot of people separate religions and stuff, and it's just got to be one or the other. Why not just do them all? You know, fuck it. You know, do as many as you can. A lot of people are like, "Oh, you used to be that religion? Okay, that's kind of strange. You practice one religion. Oh, you're that religion now. Okay, I can understand that." But when you go through like 5 religions in a minute or 5-6 seconds, or how fast you can conjure or pray and dismiss and follow another religion, that's up to you, your consciousness, you know. So the Tulpas creation, the solidified being we can create and pull and merge into the physical realm, bring it to the physical realm, and can command it in our consciousness. A lot of people like it's imaginary. Not necessarily imaginary, because it's solidified and other people can interact with. You know, I've done it before, you know. But I was already on completely risen Kundalini. I was at the point of my hot samadhi, leaving the physical vehicle, coming out the crown chakra, and my physical body dropping, and step into my etheric body, astral body, mental body, and spiritual body, and step to higher planes, and possibly come back to solidify another physical vehicle, slow down the body of light to the physical plane at the point of proof ascension, and still be able to have a tangible quasi-physical body to interact and touch objects in the physical third dimension, which we are in here now. Yeah, so 22 letters of Hebrew, you know, just like Kevin Chaos said. Kevin Chaos said, you know, remember Hebrew, ancient language. Don't change language up to English. Remember Hebrew, Sanskrit, Tibetan. What Tibetan is also ancient language. I think it derives from Sanskrit, or very similar to Sanskrit, but I think it's 2 different languages. Tibetan, Chinese is also an ancient language. I don't know if he posts Chinese or not. And Latin, you know. There's another language he mentioned. I can't remember which one it was. I know Aramaic is a good language, and Arabic is a powerful religion. Arabic, powerful language, and Islamic religion is pretty powerful. I don't really dive deep into the Arabic religion, or excuse me, not Arabic religion, but Islamic. Because strangely, the Arabic, from my understanding, Arabic started coming out around the same time Muhammad was, you know, was around. So that's why I call it Arabic religion. But that's, you know, incorrect terminology. But it's understanding and research that's near the same time. Near the same time that he was here. You know, I told a Muslim as a dude in the Quran it says Muhammad ascended. He didn't die. You know, of course, all humans and they'll give people their divinity of ascending. He ascended, man. He ascended to Allah. He ascended from the dome of the rock. I was like, dude. I was like, sure. Like, I'm like almost positive. I read it in the books itself. It's pamphlets. He said he didn't even know that. I'm like, okay, it's a process of ascension. But I wanted to mention how Allah and the 72 wives, or there had to be like tulpas that Allah gives for when you go to heaven and the 72 wife paradise and the physical body of Islam. That's what I'm trying to figure out now. Do they really get 72 wives? God come creator God. I step into, you know, the higher dimensions, step outside dimensions into my own conscious and create universe. You know, I'm gonna be contained somewhere with my consciousness to watch and feel energy from in my universe. You know, for my universe, energy from my universe, for myself. So the 72 wives that Allah gives, and the person dies and brings to higher planes, you know, they are higher planes or the heaven of Allah, and they get the 72 wives. The 72 wives have to be tulpas, you know. It has to be tulpas. Well, from Allah's creation, they're tulpas, and then to you, they're 72 virgins, you know, 72 wives. And you're in paradise. And I asked Muslims to have free will. You know, they're always subject to you. They have, you know, they have personalities and stuff, or they just like robots. And in the aspect of, you know, following everything you want to do. You know, sometimes like guys like, oh, I want this girl, that girl, but life wouldn't be as great as it is if you got to have the girl or wife you want, and earned it through the process, and just instantly just given to you. You know, it's sort of like defeats the purpose, you know, like, and then they just automatically like you instead of build up your personality and, you know, stuff like that. So the 72 wives and creation, God, us, we're made from God's image, and then we can create here on the physical plane. Tulpas. So yeah, there are creation, and I know tulpas can, you know, create an army. You know, create an army, one-man army. You use your own creation and create and project those tulpas. I'd like create a tulpa and project like a shield around them with my like energy, and just like send them to fight someone while I'm trying to fight someone at the same time. You know. But the tulpa, the difference between bilocation and a tulpa is acting on its own. Your consciousness and projection to it. Part of your consciousness is broken off into it and it's acting on its own, but your consciousness, you're not seeing through the eyes of the tulpa at the same time. That I know. You're just acting on their own. In bilocation, you're in both of those places at once, and you're moving in both of those places at once while you're outside your body. You know, like I've been mentioned in my other videos. I do know that in the level of tulpas and relation to bilocation is taking a character, maybe Gambit, maybe Wolverine, that's like maybe exaggeration, even Ryu and Ken. You know those characters so well in your mind, their personalities, see, they're people's creation on paper, right? We're here to learn creation. Man, guys, and we're here to create. Everything you see around you is creation. Everything. No matter what it is. Even the words I'm coming up with have to create this video. I'm trying to give the knowledge that other people had figured out about the universe, mysticism, and stuff like that, and mystery schools. So I have to say that when you have a character, for instance, Ryu from Street Fighter and Ken, they both do the Shoryuken, Hadouken, and you know that they're peaceful people. They're only aggressive towards the evil, negative, and you know the person, how they act, what they say. You know, watching the anime and stuff, or even playing the video games and watching cut screens and stuff. that they are powerful beings. You know, you can project your consciousness if you can be then pretend. Why pretend? Because it's you are bringing your mind in their state of mind, even though it's a fictional character. Since we're God's creators, you can create and project a light being, project into it, step outside your body and be you for a split second. And because you already know the creation of that character, you already know its emotions, you know what it reacts to. You just got to know, like sort of, I guess you could relate it to schizophrenia, different personalities and stuff. But the mind is a powerful thing. You can switch your mind state to switch to other things. If you concentrate on being this character, throwing Hadoukens and pretending, people like at cosplaying and stuff act like character because they know everything about the person. So if you pretend to be the person, eventually you're going to project your conscious, step into the consciousness of that person, and mass conscious, because there's a mass conscious earth. And that mass conscious earth, you can bring forth your creation, yourself, your being, on the mental level, the emotional level of that character, and the physical level, as long as you can bring your physical body into the same acting as the character itself, the Hadoukens and stuff. And then if you needed to, just take from mass consciousness energy from, I guess, power lines and stuff, which I'll reveal one day how to use energy from power lines, secret behind it. Now the character you could just project your conscious outward light, and you would project yourself. You would just know the emotions, the character, and using angel names, beams of light, you can project the character outward, and be that character for seconds, depending on how your energy levels, how much energy you have, and energy you gathered. It can project and solidify your thoughts, and sound. If you go Hadouken's power wave punch, Hadou, wave and punch, kin. So Hadouken. So if you can visualize chi and you push it out, Hadouken is words of power, Kotodama. So you can be that person, project your conscious outward, and be that character for splits of seconds. So if you want to separate yourself into light being, use angel names, ride the angel names into bilocation. And as long as you bilocate, and you're forming that bilocation in two or three different places at once, or your consciousness, or just two bilocation, that's the thing. You'd be in two places at once while you're in those bodies of light. Just project and know when you bilocate that you're that character, Ryu or Ken. So you'd be in two places at once. It's Ryu and Ken. Or you could be Ryu and Ken in 4 different places. Ryu's in 2 different places and Ken's in 2 different places, and you're conscious outside your body as you solidify light and project your consciousness. Check out my video on lifting the veil and secrets of light. It'll let you know all the things you need to do. Of course, the multidimensional body's access limit, necessary fasting, bringing in prana, chi, energy, and the light of God to obtain the 12 strands of DNA to keep your body alive during the 2 weeks of fasting. It's completely necessary. You'll die. The physical body, the carbon-based structure, will just deteriorate until it brings itself up into 12-strand, 24-strand DNA, up to crystalline structure. And for you to project your consciousness and draw that body from a crystalline structure and shapeshift the Merkaba up into light, to project consciousness to create Ryu and Ken, and to throw Hadoukens at the target if you want to use it for fighting. That's what I like using my creations for. Why not go out and have fun? Show people, like, boom, I can do this, So I'm gonna end the video right there on Tulpas. I just want to touch bases on those things. Tulpas, God, creation, us. In a sense, we're God's Tulpas, but we're just creation. We're on a level, given ability to create Tulpas. About the Arabic language, people, Islam, and being able to have 72 wives, and Allah gives those things, I suppose. Would they be Tulpas? He'd have to create them to hand them to us, obviously. And creation of characters. Characters created by people. Projecting your consciousness, being your person, pretending to be that person. Project your consciousness. Thought goes, energy goes. You're creating an energy structure and projecting your consciousness outside your body and stepping outward as a review of the video. But definitely rewatch this video again. Do research. Look at all the concepts I've said. You'd find being amazed at the stuff Fiesta and stuff like that is true. I'm gonna end it right there. And thanks for watching another video of the Dimensionalists. I'm a Dimensionalist, and I'm waiting for my buddy, the other Dimensionalist, Taliban, which is just his nickname, you know, to join the video session again. Whenever he comes back around, we're gonna do some mega video sessions. All right, then, y'all take care. Thanks for joining. Peace.